The opposition CPIM is crying foul over alleged manhandling of women MLAs by ruling UDF members inside the Kerala Assembly. CPIM has now called for Occupy Kerala Assembly protest tomorrow. The protests were planned after the left front released images which purportedly shows women lawmakers being manhandled. The Kerala Assembly had witnessed unprecedented violence on Friday. Opposition Left Democratic Front members tried to prevent Finance Minister K.M. Mani from presenting the budget. Mani faces bribery charges in connection with the bar license row. Roads leading to the Legislative Assembly had turned into a war zone with opposition fighting pitched battle with the cops. Several police and vehicles were also put on fire. Let me very quickly go across to Editor South T.S. Sudhir for more on this. Sudhir, those unruly, ugly pictures that we witnessed when the Finance Minister of Kerala was trying to present budget, it seems that on Monday when the Assembly reconvenes, it's going to be a redux of that.
Well, yes, the CPM has announced an Occupy Kerala Assembly and asked all women in and around Thiruvananthapuram to actually come and occupy the space outside the Kerala Assembly, obviously trying to take advantage of whatever unruly scenes took place in the Kerala Assembly on Friday. In fact, the LDF had announced that it will use all its women MLAs to stop the finance minister from reading the budget. So the state in a sense, was set for a confrontation on Friday. And the two pictures which have been released by the CPM in particular seem to suggest that the two women MLAs were manhandled by these two UDF senior MLAs, one of them, in fact, Labour Minister Shibu Baby John. Having seen those live pictures, one can say that the pictures are not really conveying the true story. It was a case where both LDF and UDF members were trying to have their way as far as the Kerala Assembly is concerned. But yes, the fact remains that in an election year, given the fact that Kerala goes to polls next year, both the LDF and the UDF trying to take full advantage of whatever happened on Friday. Already a police case has been registered on a complaint by the Kerala Assembly Secretary that furniture inside the Kerala Assembly was damaged by LDF members. So a police case has been registered against unnamed MLAs of the LDF. And today a couple of stones were thrown at the Chief Marshal's house in Thiruvananthapuram. So in a sense, there is a lot of unrestness taking place in Thiruvananthapuram, and obviously the political scene will once again hot up tomorrow when the Assembly reconvenes. All right, thank you so much, Sudhir, for joining us with all those details. And of course, as Sudhir was saying, unruly scenes are expected when the Assembly reconvenes tomorrow in Kerala. Well, joining me also on the phone is the opposition, the MLA CPM's MA Baby. He's the former finance minister. Sir, my first question to you: tomorrow you have called for this big protest, Occupy Assembly protest. What are you expecting to do? What is the message that you want to drive home? Are you now planning to disrupt the entire session?
You see, first of all, we, the LDF, firmly believe that legislative procedure of placing the report, presenting the report in the Legislative Assembly was not prudently followed by the UDF. They made the budget session a mockery. The Speaker has to call the Finance Minister to place the annual statement of receipts and expenditure as well as the finance bill. Placing of the budget is a legislative business. The provisions and procedures stipulated.
Sir, if I can specifically take your attention to these visuals that we are playing. In fact, these are the visuals that have been released by the LDF itself. These visuals in the two pictures that have been released, we can see two women MLAs being all dragged out. There are two men, in fact, two MLAs of the ruling party. Those who are dragging these women out, they are holding them. What do you have to say about this? Are you now pitching it as as a battle against women?
You see, in the assembly, women MLAs belonging to the LDF were molested, manhandled. And this is a very serious matter. Not only that, in the attire, in the dress of the watch and ward, not only policemen, but those who have been hired by the UDF temporarily.
Yes, sir.
Some of them are suspected to be hoodlums and rowdies belonging to the UDF. They, in the attire of the watch and ward, entered the assembly and manhandled MLAs belonging to the LDF.
So very serious charges you are making there. You are also saying that the women MLAs were also, apart from being manhandled, they were groped. There was harassment as far as they went through. Are you also going to register a police complaint against these MLAs, those who we can see on our screens? Is there a police action that you are expecting now?
women MLAs have registered their complaint with the office of the speaker, and if need be, we would like to take it up with the police department also, but we don't have much faith in the police department. It is a duty as the custodian of the assembly of the speaker to take appropriate action on this matter.
Right. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us here on Headlines today. Of course, a stormy assembly session expected tomorrow when the assembly reconvenes. And as the opposition MLA speaking to us was also saying that both these women, of course, have made complaint to the speaker. And if it would be necessary, they would go ahead and file an FIR also, but they do not have any faith or any confidence as far as the police is concerned.